Get back, so my friend, welcome back to a brand new video. Let's get right into it. Nor this year, I'm tired, bro. But it's on versus Ilia. Wait, what? Ilia's moving up to 170. Oh, he's vacating his fucking belt. Well, fuck me then. Oh, what's happening? Ilia Topuria is going to fucking kill Charles Oliveira in UFC 317. Oh, okay. That's nice to know. Thank you, Dana White. Thank you. You seen the title. Fucking Charles Oliveira is set to be killed in the UFC 317 the Bronx. Holy shit, let's get right into it. Now, before y'all comes to me in the comments saying, yo, you don't think Charles? No, bro. No, man. Just no. I have a bad feeling about this fight. I have a hugely horrible, deeply just bad feeling about this fight. I think my boy's about to get cooked. My boy. I just think my boy's about to get cooked. Cause let's talk about it. Now before we yes. Islam moving up to 170 and us not getting Islam versus Ilia Topuria is a big shame. I already talked about that in my Ilia Topuria versus GDM fucking video. I talked about double, what's it called? 2 belts, double champion era is officially dead. I don't think why he even said himself that now we don't want people to hold up the division, but John Jones can hold up the division how long he ever can. Let's not talk about that. I already ran a whole rant about that. But yeah. Islam not fighting Ilia Topuria, he's fighting JDM, and Ilia Topuria is fighting Charles Oliveira. Like I said, bro, I get we all wanted Ilia Topuria versus Islam. I wanted it too, but like it makes sense for Islam to move up. That's greater for his legacy. Don't get me wrong. I would love to tell you, because we all know the UFC needs super fights, because we don't know what the fuck happening with John Jones versus Tom Aspinall. He keeps saying it's happening soon, but he said the same thing for Conor fighting, and we all know that shit ain't happening. So I don't know. But now what we got instead is Ilia versus Charles, and let's talk about this fight. I think Charles is just about to get absolutely slammed. Because let's talk about Ilia. If you don't know, now you know, Ilia came in as a fucking wrestler. I'm pretty sure Ilia has more submissions than knockouts in his whole career. You heard me right. Ilia Topuria, I'm pretty sure, has more submissions than knockouts. A lot of people, like, I hate when people tell him he's a striker. No. Bro is a wrestler. He's an all-around fighter. Bro came in as a wrestler. He has more submission finish than TKOs. Like, bro is mainly used to be a submissioner. Now, when he been to the UFC, that's when he learned how to strike. That's when he learned, like, oh shit, I got fucking dumbass power. And that's when he became more striking. Because that makes sense. Like, once you make it to a UFC, if you make it because you're striking or you're wrestling, the smart thing to do is like, okay, if I make it with my wrestling, let me now focus on my striking, right? Let me get that up. And Islam and Ilia pretty much did the same thing. Both of them came up as wrestlers, and they knew, okay, I can't just only wrestle, and they just became to learn striking throughout their fights, and now they're both all-around fighters. So when people say, Islam's gonna take down Ilia or Charles gonna take down Ilia, no, bro. Ilia is a great ground game motherfucker. He's a wrestler too. He knows how to submit motherfuckers. So I'm like, yo, this is just a horrible matchup for Charles Oliveira, in my opinion, because we all know Charles Oliveira in every fight he is, except a motherfucker named Dinesh. He's always getting knocked down. That motherfucker has a horrible chin. Just his last fight against Michael Chandler, he almost got finished. Now, granted, he almost got finished, and Michael Chandler just hit him with fucking 20 behind the head shots, right? But before that, he got knocked down and almost got finished. He almost got knocked down. That's the second time that shit happened when he's fighting Michael Chandler. And yes, Michael Chandler has power, but we all saw when Michael Chandler fought Paddy the Baddy, look how fucking more awful Patty fucked up Michael Chandler. Now, yes, Charles did fuck up Michael Chandler, but the fact that he almost got close to knock his ass out, and fucking Charles needed to go on his back to survive, just tells you how, like, maybe Charles is now old there. Maybe he is. I don't want to say he's washed, but maybe he's not the same Charles we all knew when he was knocking out and submitting Justin, when he was just beating everybody and getting the world title, and the Bronx era. Maybe he's not that the Bronx no more. And I just feel like Ilias could go in there. Like, I'm, because Ilias is Charles is definitely going to try to wrestle him 100%. Charles is going to try to wrestle the fuck out of Ilia, but Charles is not even the best wrestler in the division. Charles is not the best wrestler in this division. If you call Charles the best wrestler 155, you're lying to yourself, because deadass just 2 fights ago at UFC 300, Armin out wrestled Charles. That's how Armin beat Charles, by out wrestling him. So he's not even the best wrestler in the division. For Charles to beat Ilia, his striking needs to be 100%. And I just see Ilia just getting Charles against the cage, and you know that's when he fucking does his hooks. And one of Charles' biggest weakness is the hook, man. Charles always getting knocked out by a hook, and I just see Ilia getting him to the corner, getting him against the cage, and then going for his hooks and hitting Charles. Probably then just Charles getting knocked down, and either jumping, ground and pounding him to get the finish, or getting him in a position to choke him out. That's how I see this fight going. That's how I see Charles losing. This is how I see Ilia become a double champion. Technically, 2 division champion, my fault. But still, I don't see how Charles wins this. Now, granted, yes, maybe Ilia power doesn't translate, but I don't think that. I like, if you knock out a motherfucker like Max Holloway, your power is somewhat even like some people say, oh, maybe his power don't translate, because we've seen like other, like even boxing. A good example is Steel Fimo. He moved up to 135. He was knocking motherfuckers out. But once he went to 140, that's only 5 weight difference. His power just disappeared. He's still a good boxer, but his power just disappeared. Now, I agree with you. If it wasn't Ilia Topuria, the one to TKO Max, who is known to have the greatest chin of all time, Max, who before that fight only been knocked down once, and that knockdown was against Justin, which really didn't count. It was like a flash knockdown. So the fact that Ilia is the first person to TKO Max Holloway, so even if Ilia has, like, even if his power doesn't translate, all he needs is 50% of his powers, and if he strikes the fuck out of Charles, he's going to get Charles hurt. Because again, Charles has a weak chin. He's always getting hurt every single one of his fucking fights. So yeah, I just see Ilia, honestly, I just see Charles trying to take him down, but Ilia's like, nah, bro, I've been like this, taking him down, grounding, pounding him. They stand up, Ilia getting him against the corner, getting him against the cage, hitting him the fucking hooks, him crashing Charles dropping, and either I just see ground and pound TKO, or ground and pound he try to escape, you know, because Charles is good at escaping and sprawling away. Then fucking Ilia's like, alright, you go sprawl away, I'm gonna jump on you, and I'm gonna submit you. That's how I see this fight going. But also, before I leave you guys, UFC 316, 317, I can't even tell by this fucking card. It's stacked. This fucking, like, I'm not gonna lie, this card is kind of stacked, because you also have in this card Pantoja versus Carl France, which in my opinion, Pantoja is fucking the shit, like nailing, like fucking doing dirty. I mean, maybe Carl France wins, but I don't think Carl France is a 1 to 3 throne Pantoja. If I'm being honest, I don't see Carl France being the person to 3 throne Pantoja. I just see Pantoja fucking up Carl France, and then him moving up. I think it's time for, if Murdoch, I think this motherfucker deserves to move up and try to go for double champion. If you don't let Islam, fine. I get 50. Most likely, I get it. Most likely, Islam's not gonna move back down to fight Ilia or any of the contenders. I get it, right? I hate that you don't vacate John Jones, but I get it. But I feel like Pantoja can easily move up to 130, 135. He wins or lose, he can easily come back down and defend his 125 belt. Like, it's only 10 pounds different. And hopefully they let him do that. I would love for him to move up. I'd love for him to, most likely, beat Carl France, either by decision, submission, or by TKO. Him calling out Merab. Because I think Merab's going to be Sean O'Malley. Spoiler alert, I do think, because in a couple weeks, I do think Merab's going to be Sean O'Malley. I mean, yes, you are giving Sean O'Malley 5 more rounds to figure out how to TKO Merab. We're going to see how he does. I just think Merab's going to win. But maybe, you know, what happened. But either way, Merab doesn't deserve a rematch. That's only be his second defense ever. So he don't deserve a rematch, right? I mean, somehow Sean O'Malley got a rematch. So you never fucking know. But I feel like Pantoja earned his shot to move up. If he beats Carl France, 100% you can't say shit. He is the, honestly, if Pantoja is Alexander Pantoja beats Carl France, he is the only one in the UFC who truly earns a shot to move up to become double champ. There's no way you make him force to vacate his belt to move up. There's no fucking way, bro. He is the definition. Like, he is a motherfucker who actually clears everybody in the top 10. He beat 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, he beat so many motherfuckers. He had to get a new signee from a different org. They had to fight Steve Erceg, who's not even a top 10, who was 9. Like, they had to find people like, yo, hey, what weight class are you? 125? You're fighting Pantoja. Like, it's fucking Royal Rumble at this bitch, bro. Like, they're finding random people to fight this motherfucker because they're beating them all. He deserves to become double champ. But anyways, guys, that's my whole video. Let me know. 317 is looking stacked. You also have Rocky versus Bernal. I feel bad for Bernal. I don't know why they redo this fight. Bernal's about to get his ass whooped. He's probably going to retire. Yeah. It's on Ilia versus Charles. Rip to my boy Charles. I'll see you guys later. Fuck off.